I'm not giving him time to talk, and he's not listening to what I'm talking. So at the end of the day, we are not solving the problem. You see, we are not solving the problem until we are both calm, that we want to listen, and I want to give him time to tell me what went wrong, why, and why he did that. That's when we begin to approach the problem from the angle of solving it. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Hope everyone is doing fine. Happy weekend. Today I want us to talk about something that is very important. Of course, we are always talking about important things here. Please ignore the noise you're getting from my background because the kids are on holidays. There are a lot of construction work still going on at my neighborhood, so there is nothing I can do about it. Just try to give me your ears for like 10 minutes and let's talk. Will not be long, and we are out of here. So yeah, today I want us to talk about the reasons why you keep inviting third parties to solve your problems, particularly in your relationship. Why do you keep inviting third parties to reconcile issues in your relationship, to talk about it like there is a problem? So if you think that you're one of those people who constantly invite third parties, who constantly go to report this here, go to talk about this here, when you have an issue with a friend, you have to talk to another person, you don't confront the person, you don't talk to the person, then this video is for you. I'm just going to teach you some tips, some very simple tips, like 4 or 5 tips that will help you be able to manage your problems by yourself without inviting third parties. And so if it sounds like something you want to learn, you want to know, you want to watch longer, you want to get into it, please like the video. Just like the video, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much. You're welcome to the family. So I have my notes with me right here, and I want us to go right deep, just straight to the point, without blabbing, without wasting too much time. And the first point I want to raise here is when there is a problem, it is important for you to ask questions. Asking questions to understand why that person did that particular thing. Probably the person doing that did not know it was going to affect you the way it did. So ask questions. Ask questions. At first, I used to bottle up a lot. Like, if I'm angry, my husband will ask, "You don't look happy. What is it?" I'm like, "I'm fine." And most times when a woman says she's fine, she is not fine. In the real sense of it, she is not fine. She just wants you to keep pushing, to keep asking, to keep, like, to us it feels like, okay, we want to see that you are really intentional about knowing what went wrong. And so I don't even think that it's worth that stress. I'm angry, this is what happened, this is what you did, why did you do this? And you get to the root of it. There is no need playing around, acting fine, acting like you're normal, acting like everything is cool, which you're not. You get it? Yeah. So it's good to ask questions. Why did you remove, like, okay, for instance, I want to use an example of something that happened to me while in the university. I was living with my cousin, and she came and found that probably was a bag or something that was not in the position where she kept it, and she assumed that I was the one who removed it there to put my own in that position, you get. And so she did not ask me. She just went about angry. She went about, she was carrying a long face for days, and I did not know what went wrong. I was like, what is happening? What is really happening? So I am that person that cannot I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to live around tensed environments. I try to make peace. I try to find out what the problem is. And so I called her. I said, "What is the problem? You have been acting strange and I don't understand this." And she told me that was the problem. And I was like, it was shocking to me. I laughed and I was like, this thing fell down. I did not even notice that it is down. I came down and hung my back, then not knowing that you're back. So this is something that if you had asked me, it would not have taken these weeks of long face. And just, you see that if you ask question, you reduce the length of time you use in being angry. The more angry you are, the more you're reducing your lifespan. So it is not worth the stress. Just be happy. Ask questions. You can't. Why did you do this? Why is it that? Why is this? Why? Ask questions to know, to understand. And I think it will save you a whole lot. And probably from there, the solution will come. And the next point I want to talk about is, now listen to understand, not to process the next question. Yes, I've said I should ask question to understand. Ask question to know what went wrong. And now when the person that you have asked the question to is talking, you in turn should listen to understand the person and not to prepare another question to act like it is some sort of a confrontation, or I don't, how should I put it, like some sort of confrontation, I think is the right word. Like it is a battle, like there is a winner. Like, no, don't approach it from that angle. When you have asked the question, try as much as possible to listen to the person talk. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. I did this because I did not know that it was going to hurt you. I didn't know that this was going to affect you like this, and things like that. When you ask your question, now you intend listen to understand what exactly the person is saying. Not to discard, not to prepare questions, to want to challenge and things like that. Yeah. Always give room for the person to talk and you listen. And one person, when I'm angry, I talk too much. Like when I'm angry, not like I talk too much, but I can make very long sentences. And my husband will be like, listen, can I talk? We will be just back and forth. I'm not giving him time to talk and he's not listening to what I'm talking. So at the end of the day, we are not solving the problem. You see, we are not solving the problem until we are both calm, that we want to listen, and I want to give him time to tell me what went wrong, why he did that. That's when we'll begin to approach the problem from the angle of solving it. But if I keep talking, like I want to make a point. You know, us women, we are gifted with talking. I want to make a point. My one sentence can be like 2 pages. I want to say one thing. That's one thing I want to say. But that one thing will go from year to year to there to this to that, and it's not ending. That one phrase, that one sentence is not ending. And he's like, listen, can I talk? Intend not listening to me, and me not intend giving him space, giving him the time to talk. So you see that if one person decides to listen, and the other, when you ask your question, give the person time to talk. When they are talking, don't come in and start. It's not helping. It's not going to help that problem at all. The third point I want us to look at is be empathetic. Be empathetic. That is the very third point. I said I had my notebook here and we are working with it. The third point is that you have to be empathetic. What do I mean? You empathize with the person. Like, okay, you should at some point put yourself in the person's shoe. You understand? Like, this thing could happen to you. You could actually be the one who did this thing too. It's not like you are perfect, right? It could still be your turn. What if you were the one who did this? Try to feel it from the person's point of view. Try to be in that person's shoe and understand and reason with the person at that moment, just because you want to look for the solution to that problem. If you are always judgmental, if you are always acting too tough, you might never be able to solve your problems by yourself. You always invite third parties. You always call for the general family meeting. You always go to friends, relatives, and everyone will know what is happening in your relationship. Now, it's not just about marriage relationships. It's not just about boyfriend, girlfriend. Even in your normal relationship, people have problems that they take the whole United Nations to solve it. These are simple tips that can help you go a long way in problem solving. Yeah. If you decide to ask questions, if you decide to listen, if you decide to be empathetic, empathize with the person, put yourself in the person's shoe and try to reason out and try to see it from the person's perspective, it's going to help you look for solutions to that problem. So yeah, just be empathetic feel the person's pain, put yourself in the person's shoe at that moment, because you want that problem to be solved, not because you want to do the same thing the next time, but because you want to look for a better angle to approach that problem and better solve it. So it will be good for you to be empathetic. And the fourth point I want to talk about is you have to be accommodative. Yes, accommodate some things, create room for mistakes. No human is perfect. And so when you think that if you have that, how could you ever do this approach to problems, it's difficult for you to forgive. It's difficult for you to let go and move on. But create room for mistakes. Okay, this has happened. We are here now. It's difficult there. It's not very easy. But just try to create room, make that space. Accommodate mistakes. Not because you want it to repeat itself over and over, but because you want to solve it and learn from it and see how you can move on and become a better person. Yes. Don't be that too rigid person. No, you cannot do this. No, I cannot take this. No. If you go like that, then you will only need a third party. You only need a family meeting. You only need to call the whole village to come and solve that problem that you could solve it by yourself. If you decided to be accommodative, you decided to be empathetic, you decided to be a good listener, you decided to ask questions in order to understand, not because you want to challenge or anything. You see that you will be able to solve your problems by yourself without necessarily inviting the general public to come and listen and all of that. I hope I made sense here. If you have watched up to this point, please like the video. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments. Let's talk in the comments. What are some of the problem solving skills that you have that I did not mention? How have you been solving your problems without calling people, without inviting third parties, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your day-to-day relationship with your brother, your sister? How have you been solving problems? Those are my own tips to solving problems, to approaching problems and solving them without inviting third parties. Let me know your own in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend responsibly, and be prayerful. Be prayerful. There is no life, there is no meaningful life without Jesus. Jesus is at the center of it all. So stay blessed, stay prayerful. See you guys in my next one. Bye.